Yo, 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 welcome in. Take notes, grab a pen. Welcome back to another episode of the Honorable Marvin Coop Show with the host, Chef Marv. No lie, I'm that guy. And I feel like we just came off a historical episode, y'all. So go check that out. But we're back with part two of the draft grades. And we still have uh, our AFC North, me and my guy up here, plus the NFC North, Boo. And of course, the AFC West. Yay. Um, so my man wants to start off with the rivals first. So let's get these donkeys out the way. So the donkeys, they drafted the tackle Tyler from Texas A&M, the running back Jonah Coleman from Washington, Cage Casey from Boise State, Justin Jolly from NC State, Miles Scott, who I felt was a sleeper, Illinois, and Dalen Bentley from Utah, the tight end, and the linebacker Red Murdoch from Buffalo, who once again was a good sleeper, but probably won't fit in that system though. So the Donkeys is a team that really didn't need much. I think they just gonna run it back with the players that they have. Plus, they got some good additional offense. So for a team that didn't really have a first round pick, then traded out of a spot at the end of the second, I actually think the Broncos did decent, but Tyler, that defensive tackle is like a mid. It's like he was like a mid round target and a mid player, so perfect timing for them, I guess. But I feel like they deserve a B. I give the Donkeys a B.
I'm gonna agree with
Um, Go ahead, man.
no, I'm gonna agree with you on that because that D tackle again, grading the draft grades. That tackle is gonna fit in there. It fits what they need.
Mhm.
You know, if there's one thing that it can do is shore up the run. I think that's gonna help, especially in that division where you have a couple of new running backs in there. Um,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna give them a B. To your point, Marv, they didn't really need anybody, so they just really shored up. So
Pretty much.
they drafted on depth. So I give them a B.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks like looks like oh boy, the coach Peyton.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like fine tuning the roster. There's no big names here, but like Matt was saying, solid guys that fit what they do. Like this Tyler O. You know what he's gonna do. He's gonna be at the one of those three down linemen, uh, block eaters, right?
Pretty much.
So that Benito and crew can come off the blade and get after the quarterback from the sprinter stance that he gets down into. Uh, then I was looking at the back. I'm like, Jonah Coleman, fourth round. It doesn't really move the needle. Then I looked at him. He's 5'8", 220. I'm like,
Stop.
okay, I see what Peyton. You know what I mean? I see where this
Mhm.
fool's mind is going, bro. So, and he's right. He's right. You need guys like that to grind it out in the AFC West and run that football when you need to, and when it gets the weather turns nasty, which he was a victim of. Matter of fact, he coached his team out of a championship, in my opinion. Seattle probably would have beat him anyway, but uh, yeah, that's a whole nother story. Their draft grade, though, these guys don't jump out at you,
Mhm.
but for what they need, yeah, I like to tackle from Boise State as well.
Yeah.
So for what they need, man, Cage Casey. I don't like to not say kids' names, right? Jonah Coleman from Washington, the running
Yeah.
back, and Cage Casey, the tackle from Boise State. I like those guys. Uh, every team seems to be drafting tight ends now, and they were
Mm-hmm.
no different. They got this dude Justin Jolly from NC State. He played with my guy that we picked up from NC State, the D tackle. Damn, I can't even call his name right now, but so shout out to him. And I'll give these guys a solid B because they basically just fine tuning a pretty decent roster already.
Pretty much, yeah.
No.
Um, let's go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Cleveland.
Man.
My guy's name is Cleve.
Kansas City, who I felt did great. Got Masora Delane from LSU, the cornerback. Peter Woods, dressing the defensive line because Chris Jones is getting up there from Clemson. Got the edge rusher, Mason Thompson. Mason Thomas from Oklahoma. Absolute steal, again addressing the corner with the 109 pick. Your favorite Oregon players, Ragu? Jaden Kennedy. And this sleeper too from Nebraska, Emmett Johnson is an absolute sleeper. He's a great one of those. You could put him as a slot as well on the receiver side. And Cyrus Allen from Cincinnati. And then you got the QB from LSU.
Yeah,
Um,
on the draft, man.
I hate to break it to those who are sick of the Chiefs, but this is objectively a great draft haul. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. To move up on the
Yeah.
board to get Delane who on day one, who I feel like is, you addressed your cornerback spot, especially after losing Trent McDuffie. And what's his name? Jalen Watson this offseason. The LSU star was like my number one corner in the class. So he's got the combination of sticky man coverage and the zone instincts, man. So he could be a solid shutdown corner in what we call it a Spagnola's defense. So I think Peter Woods is definitely a Spag guy as well. He's absolutely deserving to be a top 10 hype. He received before a disappointing junior year, so. But his combination of power and movement skills should be scary. He's going to be definitely the next guy up after Chris Jones retires. Mason Thomas is not a bad pick either. So, like I said, you're looking at pretty much the first 6 guys who could possibly play in the Chiefs. So I could give him a solid A- for real.
I was very impressed with the Chiefs picks.
Yeah.
It's kind of very strategic because your 2 cornerbacks go to the Rams and you draft their replacements.
Yeah.
And one thing you do, you get some hogs from that SEC.
Yes.
And that's what they did, and moving up to get the cornerback with their first pick showed that, okay, we're aggressive. Then, of course, adding other picks to that defense. You just said something about Kansas City. People was getting sick and tired of Kansas City. They're going to be getting a little more sick and tired of them because they're going to be relevant for a few more years.
Mhm.
So I'm going to give them a solid A. Because that's another thing in the Spagnuolo's style defense that help out rookies, allows them to be aggressive. So I like what they did with the DBs and the tackles.
Both of you guys mentioned Spags, and I think I said this on another show we was doing. Cool for some reason. Did we do it?
All Grind show? Yeah, the All Grind show.
They, Andy and the GM finally was like, okay, Spags, we over these last couple years, we done let a few of your guys get away to other teams. And we understand, the cover is getting a little bare. This was a Spags draft, man.
Yeah.
They move up, the excellent move up to get Delane. That was one of the better trades, might be the best one of the draft. The move up to get him, who became the best corner basically available when our guy McCoy, what his knee wasn't sound. So all they did was replace those corners that left with the best corner in the draft. And then Peter Woods was a top prospect at D tackle. the whole time. So this is nowhere near a reach or anything to get him in the first round. So that was a great pick. A guy that's going to be, me and Coop, you talk about 10-year guys.
Yes.
Peter Woods is likely a 10-year guy. R. Mason Thomas, the edge player from Oklahoma, was one of the, the edge players, bro. They are what they are. They kind of go in order, from the top of the list down to the bottom. Once one's gone, it's like that next team panics and grabs the next guy. So Mason was top 20 edge. So that was a good pickup where they got him at. And then, they got the Oregon player. I'm not going to say much about the Oregon player, but the first 4 picks, though, overall, defense. And it was, I feel like the organization letting Spags know, we ain't forgot about you.
Right.
We're about to give you some guys that you have control. We have control of their contracts for a little while, and they're not going to be able to get out of here on you. And, you can go ahead and kind of build your D around these guys. So with all that said, and like I think Coop said, almost all these guys will probably get out there. And then they took a flyer on Nussmeier, who was a top prospect coming into the season, right? He dropped because he missed some games. But he was, at last year this time, right? He was looked at as a top college prospect going into last college season. So
I think that's why he wanted to stay too.
Round.
Yep.
Yeah, he's nearly Mr. Irrelevant here, right? 7th round, 33rd pick. I hate to do it because it's the Chiefs, but yeah, I got to give him a solid A as well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did their thing. Like Matt said, they just showing y'all, hey, we're gonna be relevant for the next couple of years. So don't sleep on us just because we ain't make the playoffs this 1 year.
Right.
All right, let's go to this sad bunch. The Thunderbolts.
George, your lightning bolts.
Yeah, the pathetic other LA team.
That's from San Diego, bro.
Yeah, that's some San Diego shit. The Chargers. That draft was kind of bummy, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me read all these players. Besides my man Akeem from Miami, Jake Slaughter, Brendan Thompson from Mississippi State. That's actually not bad. Travis Burke from Memphis, Genesis Smith, the safety from Arizona, Nick Barrett from South Carolina, Logan Taylor, the guard from Boston College, Alex Hartley from Oregon. So I'm actually surprised these were two. The Chiefs didn't draft a tight end and they didn't draft a tight end. So I'm surprised that's 2 teams that didn't get the tight end. So the first round pick makes this a bit of a disappointing haul for the Chargers. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I like Hakeem though, but he kind of brings, like, what can he really bring to the table in this explosive, polished, upcoming defense here? You know what I'm saying? I think he's a great pass rusher. I just don't think he'll be good in the Harbaugh system, in my opinion. Other than that, these guys don't scream, we can help you guys get over the hump. I feel like this is another Buffalo Bills situation, in my opinion. Like, can these guys get you to the hump in the future if you're planning on keeping these draft picks? You know what I mean? I just feel like nothing screams out cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna get you guys to the next level. I feel like Jake Slaughter is a decent value in the 2nd round, but after playing center at Florida, he should be able to slide into a starting spot at the guard, especially with the offensive line always being hurt. So I can see him playing. But other than that, and I keep forgetting, Mike McDaniel's over there now, so he's the OC, right? The offensive coordinator?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Exactly.
So yeah. I see a C- for the Thunderbolts, Chargers. I'm trying to be professional, so yeah, I see him.
So they had 2 first-round picks?
No, just one.
Just one? Okay.
Yep, because they didn't pick again to the 2nd.
Okay, so that because I was going to say I thought they had one before. They could have got Bain. But drafting a pass rusher, edge rusher in that division, to get after Mendoza,
Mahomes,
Mahomes, and what's the
Mr. Ho Nix or Bo Nix, excuse me.
your Knicks. I think you needed to address that with your first pick, which was a good thing. The one thing, and it's hard for me to give Chargers, props, but again, being professional, they have, when you build from the inside out, those interior linemen on both sides of the ball. Jim Harbaugh has his players ready, so I'm confident when he picks. He picks solid guys. He don't pick names that jumps off the screen,
Yeah.
but he picks a need. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to give their draft grade a B. Because that edge rusher, you need that in that division because you have, I'm sure we're gonna talk about him in a few seconds here. You got somebody in there that's highly touted to get after him, along with one of the GOAT quarterbacks in Bo Nix in that division. So you need that. You need to shore that up. So I give him a B.
Yeah, so the Lightning Bolts, I agree with what Matt said. They had to get an edge rusher with that first pick.
Yeah.
And they got a good one, right?
Yep.
This guy was on the national championship runner-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Great roster they had. He was one of the better players on that roster. Might have got a little bit too need and reachy for Slaughter, although pretty much considered the best center in the draft. So grab him at the top of the second round. Pause. I tried to be mad, but you can't really be mad at that, bro. He,
No,
like
you
you
can't.
said, Coop, he mess around and start.
Mm-hmm.
Now you guys, no third round pick. They got 3 fourth-round picks. In the first of those, you guys mentioned Mike McDaniel. Well, they just handed him a dude that ran a 4.26. This guy, Brennan Thompson. He's a little bitty guy, but even 4.26 is 4.26.
Exactly.
And the kind of gadgety type of stuff that Mike McDaniel likes to do.
The A-Chan.
This guy could be a piece. So I was interested in that. And then, if you follow the Raider Ragout Network, I was all over Travis Burke from Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
I had him as a guy to go in the hundreds, right? And he did. Fourth round, what's that? Fourth round, 17th pick. So, yeah, he went well into the hundreds or something pick. Great pick, man. To get a good offensive lineman right there.
Yeah.
That I think might start too. He got action at starting. He's nasty, bro. I wanted him to be a Raider. And then through the course of me studying up on my guys, Dalton Johnson and Traden Stukes, I discovered this dude, number 12 from Arizona, Genesis Smith. He's a guy, bro.
Yeah, he's a sleeper.
Arizona was tough, man. They lost 3 games?
Yeah.
Yep.
Arizona was tough, man.
Yeah.
They ran like a 3-3-3 type defense, some shit like that. They had 3 safeties.
3-3-5.
Yeah, 3-3-5 with like 3 safeties or something, bro. Because I know this dude used to be on the field with Stukes and with Dalton Johnson. So, how we talk about it, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that look like they're going to at least play a lot.
I don't see my man from Arizona playing because, Derwin. You know what I mean?
But Derwin, yeah. But there's another safety spot, right?
Is
spot?
Who's that other
Hey,
safety?
Logan Taylor. Let's be honest, bro. Getting a guard from Boston College is probably never a bad thing.
No.
Even if he ends up being a career backup or whether he's going to be a solid guy, you got him in the 6th round. And, I don't like talking about Oregon players. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, bro, that I wanted to hate on the Chargers, but they got a little bit too need-oriented, or I would give them an A. But I'm going to give them a B+, man, on the draft.
not bad. Okay. Mr.
All right,
Raider
man.
Ragu, set us off, brother.
Take notes, grab a pen, man.
Yes, sir. Talk to us.
We're about to go in.
Talk to us.
We're gonna go pick for pick. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the fans on a journey. We're gonna start at the 7th round pick. Brent Cleveland, nose tackle from NC State. So higher up in the draft, all of the fans was hollering D tackle, D tackle. Right there at where they got traded Stooks at. We actually traded the Texans, and then the Texans picked the guy that everybody on all the Raider Nation wanted the Raiders to get was Caden McDonald from Ohio State, the D tackle. So why Houston got him, and we like what's going on, but the Raiders did draft 2 defensive tackles in last year's draft, right? J.J. Pegues and Tonka Hemingway. So in Spytek's mind, he like, I need to see what my guys got, because remember, Petey didn't let them play a lot. He didn't let the young guys play a lot last year. So they weren't as high on D tackle as we all were, but they end up getting a D tackle right here in the 7th round. Turn the tape on him. All I know is he doesn't move. So he's going to be a good block eater and a guy that doesn't move down there in those goal line situations. If they put him and Pegues in there, it's going to go a long way to shoring up that run defense, especially that goal line run defense, which has been bad over the last several years for the Raiders. Next one was Malik Benson in 6th round, an Oregon player. I hope that he can catch punts or something. I'm not expecting much from the guy. I'm just keeping it 1,000. He's a 6th round pick. Last year, the 6th round pick went to the practice squad immediately and then got traded, got picked up by Miami or something. So I don't think much of 6th round picks, especially 6th round picks that come from Oregon. Brings me to our 5th round pick, though, the corner, Hezekiah Massis out of Cal. I like him, and he's got a little bit of chip on his shoulder because he feel like he should have been taken sooner. Love guys that feel like they should have been taken sooner. So he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder. I got him being like a surprise of the draft. Good ball hawk. Had 7 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken, while he was at Cal. I like that pick as well. Next pick, Dalton Johnson. Already talked about him as one of the Bear Down brothers. The pair of jokers that the Raiders got from the University of Arizona. He plays safety there. He's a hitter, scrappy guy. 4.41 at the combine. Great pick. Next pick, 4th round. It's the second of 2 picks that they had in the 4th round. One of the better picks of the draft. Mike Washington Jr. 6'1", 228, ran a 4.3 at the combine to complement Ashton Jeanty. I think if the O-line works it out, we're going to have one of the best running backs rooms in the entire National Football League, because we also have Ramon Hemby, the running back from Indiana that played with Fernando. We got him as an undrafted free agent too. Next pick, first pick of the 4th round, Jermon McCoy. Might end up being a pick of the draft. This guy was 1st round talent. He was every bit as good as the guy that Kansas City got. It was just knee concerns. So great pick right there, value-wise. Don't know if he's going to be ready to go this year, but still great pick. I think, young guys heal quickly and are more likely to heal, and I think he'll be all right, man. He's going to have a decent career. Next pick. So every year, bro, that I do this, and you know this, Coop, I pick a guy that I scouted. The Raiders end up getting him. This year, that guy was Trey Zoon, interior O-lineman from Texas A&M. This guy's going to start at one of the guards. I guarantee you. He's about to start. I ain't even going to hold you about him. But last year, I nailed the Darian Porter selection at corner. This year, I nailed the Trey Zone pick at interior O-line. Next, here's one I didn't see coming, but then pause. But then when I went in and studied it further, if they were going to get an edge player, they didn't overpick this guy at all. He was an 81st rated guy, prospect total. So top 100 prospect overall. And he was the 14th edge rusher or 13th. That's if you count Arvell Reese as edge, right?
Right.
We had a discussion. 13th. All right. When the Raiders selected at 67, 11 of those 13 guys were gone. So it just became a matter of, what was that?
I said that should tell you something.
Yeah. That I told you, man, those edge players, bro, they're gone. What? Teams panic. Once they start picking edge players, they go like dominoes.
Yep.
So it became did they have a higher grade on, I think, the dude, Romello Height, this guy, or one other guy? And I can live with them saying, hey, this was the guy in our mind.
Mm-hmm.
So that it looked like a reach initially, but I'm going to say that this was a good pick. Next pick number 2. Everybody that watched my channel know I wanted them to get a safety, but I wanted them to get Emmanuel McNeil Warren from Toledo. He went to Cleveland. Since I've turned on the tape on trading Stooks, though, maybe Spy Tech is right, bro. We're going to look at one thing that I'm going to pay attention to is these two young safeties' careers as they get started in the NFL. Because my guy is in Cleveland. And if he ends up being better than Stooks, you're not going to hear the end of that shit on the Raider Radio Network, I'm telling you. But if Stooks end up being better, or if they end up being reasonably close to the same player, then I'm not mad. But, I'm all in on Stooks now because he's I was going to say Trojan. He's a Raider. And we'll see. But I was a little iffy on that one, bro. I wanted Emmanuel McNeil Warren, and he was here at this pick. Coincidentally, though, he didn't go till 50th, 58th or something to Cleveland for whatever reason. And then the number 1 pick was a no-brainer. Everybody knew that we were going to get Mendoza. And by all accounts, he's been as advertised. So with all that long journey right there, thanks for staying with me, people, good people. I'm going to give the Raiders an A-. And that's just because we got an Oregon player.
That's crazy work. Come on, man.
Excuse me.
That's crazy.
That's just because the Stooks, I feel like we could have had a Emmanuel McNeil Warren, bro. I'm gonna stand 10 toes on that. So A- for the Raiders.
I'm gonna give y'all a solid A. Because deeper in the draft, you got some chemistry. And if you guys don't know, go check out my man's go check out my man's show about Stooks and my main man Johnson. Those guys are best friends.
Thank you, sir.
So with the chemistry with them two right there alone, like I said, and here's the thing. The fans of the Raider Nation, the second best nation behind the Steeler Nation, they have a reason to be excited. Fernando Mendoza, mostly the most notable, true franchise caliber, quarterback prospect, the Heisman Trophy winner who led Indiana not to just a title, a perfect 16-0 season, and who has the tools to shine at Clint Kubiak's offense. Like I said, and Stooks is a sensational athlete. I scouted him to come to our nation, but he has the skills to really be that athletic safety. He got the great ball skills to parlay his unique movement skills into something ridiculous that plays in coverage, man. So you guys got a real true gift there. Let's talk about Keyron Crawford is an explosive edge rusher who provides some juice, man. The opposite size of Mr. Crosby. And then you got Mr. Zoom the third. Let's not talk about his athleticism. So you guys got some athletic players in this draft. So I'm going to say either way, the Raiders just took a significant step in the right direction. You know, possibly, getting another receiver in the offseason. So, yeah, y'all moving in the right direction. I'll give you guys a solid A.
So, to kind of tie in a free agency move, the signing of Kirk Cousins, then going to get Mendoza. I feel, and this is kind of an odd take on it, but I'm gonna go there. It's kind of a rhetorical question. Do you think they reached on getting Mendoza? And here's why. You could have parlayed those picks into getting better players in the later rounds. I think, is Mendoza as advertised? I look at it this way. I look at number one picks need to be bona fide ballers. Joe Burrow, national champion, Heisman Trophy winner, came out there 2 years later, 2 or 3 years later, got his team to the Super Bowl. Do we see that with the Raiders in Mendoza, with Cousins on the roster? Because I think Cousins will be starting come the fall. The later pick, the edge rusher, to complement Max, that was a good one. The secondary moves and that fourth round pick, 211, that was a steal. But Mendoza, I'm sorry, I'm not totally sold on him. And yes, you get the best available. It was advertised.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you could have parlayed and got some more picks even in the future. If you just moved back, I think you still would have been there. That's just me. But to give the grade, outside of my questions about Mendoza, yes, you got a quarterback of your future. I give him a B plus. I give him a solid B. I just think the Raiders, and this is more of a historical, it's based on historical how they did in the past. They did Raider things, and I think kind of doing it a little bit. I hope I'm wrong, not against us, but I do root for the Raiders. It was outside the Steelers, but this Mendoza pick, I'm just I'm not there. But that cornerback you got in the fourth round and that edge rusher, I'll give you that. So I'm gonna stick with a B.
So about Mendoza, I was just talking about this with a partner of mine before we started the show.
Yeah.
Man, tell me a quarterback. Like Marv said, not only did he win a natty, he was 16-0. And to close out that natty, you go, first of all, you beat Oregon in the regular season.
Right? Oregon. It's Oregon.
You beat Oregon was like number 2 in the nation, bro. Come on, man. Let's not. I'm talking about Oregon players in the league. They have good college players.
Yeah.
You beat Oregon during the season. And then to be able to complete the national championship, you beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship, correct?
Mm-hmm. Right.
You beat Alabama in the first round of the playoff.
Shouldn't have been there.
You beat Oregon again, right, in the second round of the offs. And then you beat the U. So you tell me a QB, Heisman winner, undefeated, national champion, that ran a gauntlet like that, played well in all the games, didn't get carried by the defense or nothing like that, and won a national championship, man. There are none. It ain't none. Not Burrow, none of them played no last four like that right there. Now, the other part of that is you can't not draft him and then he goes somewhere and be good.
But that's a lot of quarterbacks though, and it's
Now
a system.
is, the narrative is, oh, the Raiders blew it, right? Look what the Raiders could have had, and Cousins. The Raiders played Atlanta last season. Cousins is finished, bro. He's not a viable pro quarterback anymore. He might can get some spot starts in there, but he's not going to win you anything anymore, bro. He's reached that point. So Cousins, all he was is somebody who knows what Kubiak does offense and knows how to get under center. The thing right now to hold up with Nando is he ain't really been under center, bro. And in Kubiak offense, you got to get under center on those stretch plays or whatever. So he's getting his footwork and stuff down with that. And I think Cousins just represents taking pressure off of him. Like, he ain't got to be worried about making sure he's ready for that first game. Like, Cousins can start the first game or two. But we're thinking years, bro. We're thinking.
So
this guy.
Okay. I hear everything you're saying. When it comes to Raiders doing Raider things.
What does that mean, bro? What do you mean by that?
How much they paying Cousins? How much they paying Cousins?
$1.3 million.
1.3?
Yeah.
Okay. You could have, but you got this big name to help ease in the Mendoza time. See, this is my thing. That gauntlet you said he finished in Mendoza, I get that. Indiana, what year did Indiana have so many draft picks? Did they not have a good team?
Yeah, they did.
So they have a good team, right? With a good quarterback who led them. And it was coached great as well. They was good from top to bottom. So, and yeah, I'm not trying to down Mendoza. I look at it like this: a bona fide first overall pick. Surefire. I named Burrow, right? Burrow's the last one to come and do all that. What you just said.
Hold on, though. I think you kind of overstating I don't want you to overstate the Indiana team. Who all got drafted besides Fernando and Omar Cooper Jr. and Surratt?
I mean,
they didn't have. It wasn't like that, bro. It wasn't like the 19 LSU. And it's the other thing you said was Indiana. Indiana, bro. Come on, bro.
It's either or though. That's what.
Been sweet in foot. Nowhere near no championship level, bro, in football. That's a basketball school. He went there and won football. But go ahead, though. You think that you're stuck on the Cousins thing. Cousins is only we only got Aiden, bro. So I mean, you wanted us to just have Fernando and Aiden O'Connell?
If I'm a GM and I'm drafting you number one overall, day one starter, I don't care who the coach, I don't care who's coming in there. You're my starter from day one.
What if Fernando get hurt? Say we do that. We got Aiden O'Connell and Fernando, we start him and then he gets banged up. And now here we are with AOC as our quarterback.
How do you know how he look under? He may look decent. I'm not gonna say good, but he may look decent under Kubiak's system. This is a whole new system that you're bringing in.
I've seen enough of AOC.
I know get it. He's a bona fide backup. That's to answer your question. But why bring in Cousins? Are you not sure about Mendoza? You just mentioned that he can't play under center.
No, I didn't say that.
Not can't play, but he hasn't
Yeah.
taken a lot of snaps under center.
Okay, this is why you bring him in. All right. He's coming to the pros. That is enough. That's one change.
Okay.
Okay. The Raiders, the entire Raiders are under a new head coach and offensive system.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So why would you bring in your rookie QB to play with O-linemen that are learning a new way to block, receivers and shit, learning all new shit?
Mhm.
You gonna throw your new rookie QB into that situation when you could have this dude Cousins like be a bridge to all that? So look, if you Kubiak, the linemen are new, the receivers are new, every fucking body's new, bro. You ain't got you trying to call plays, and it's, you feel me? Cousins represents a little bit of extension of Kubiak, bro, to kind of bring all this little shit together in this first little year, man. He's not Kurt is not gonna play. Maybe a couple games. That's it. It makes it from everything being new to at least the motherfucker I'm talking to in the headset knows what the fuck I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what they got Cousins for, man.
Hey, so you guys had a great free agency. So you said that these new players, y'all had, I mean, in years, that's probably the best free agency you guys have had in a long time.
Yeah, on
So,
paper. Yeah.
right. My thing is, and I mentioned a few moments ago, if you're being drafted number 1 overall, don't give me no other. I get the whole why Kirk is there, but if you're being drafted number 1 overall, and he had all these achievements, you're my day 1 starter. But so there's a question mark. What's the question mark there with Fernando? And and again, I'm not saying that's a bad pick. Going back to what we're talking about the drafts, is just I have that question when it comes to a quarterback being taken number 1 overall over one great year, because go back, has he got better with every year in college? He had a subpar year 2 years ago. He had a great year this year. Is that going to continue in the NFL under a new system? He having to get under the center now.
Let me give you a different scenario.
Okay.
All right. I'll take you back to when AP was the coach at the end of the 23 season. The interim 9 games that he coached. All right, he just coached the team for 9 games. So although he was the interim coach and officially was a rookie head coach coming in, he actually had coached the team 9 games. He wanted Jaden McDaniel to be his coach. I mean, his quarterback, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, whatever we got to do, let's move up and get him. Now, in that scenario, had he got J5, he would have started him day 1, bro. In this scenario, you got to. So what I'm saying is, if Clint Kubiak was the coach last year and he was drafting Fernando this year, I don't think he would have got Cousins. Okay. Because the team, the rest of the offense already knows the offense now. Okay. Now it's not totally new to everybody. So now I can bring a rookie quarterback in, and the rest of the team can kind of help him because they know what's up. But in this case, nobody knows, bro. This shit is new to the whole team.
Everybody, yeah.
So that's the reason for Cousins, bro. The only reason. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. It ain't because they don't think Fernando is good, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't want to say that at all, because you pick him number 1. Obviously, you think he's great. I get that. It's just how if I put myself in the GM hat, and if I'm picking my QB at number 1 overall with the achievements that he did in college, I'm not bringing in another quarterback.
Bro, I have
no doubts about him.
I did those mock drafts right before the season, those simulator ones.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, Jets was handing me a pick from
All,
this
all
year,
these picks,
next year.
all these
Yeah,
picks.
the farm, the farm. Yeah, we could have had. Oh man, we could have had out of all these dudes we done talked about. Man, the Raiders would have had so many of them dudes on our team, but nah, bro, you can't leave. In my opinion, the mock draft simulator and the crazy trades that were being offered, basically let me know that what they think of Fernando. You see what I'm saying? They're trading up to get Mendoza, bro. They wasn't trading up for nothing. So if the Jets offered what they offered, and Cleveland offered even Cleveland, bro, was offered, even though I know it ain't the real coaches or whatever.
Yeah.
But man, I think this was the solid pick. This was the way to go. I know what you're saying. That's what everybody was saying at first. Oh, the Raiders aren't ready they're not a quarterback away. They need a bunch of players. No, we don't, first of all. With the moves that we made in free agency, we don't need no bunch of players now. And as far as Cousins, it's just to transition the new offense of terminology, the offensive play calling, the whole new offensive everything. Make it an easier transition. That's all. That's all. The quarterback coach and Andrew Janoko, the old core and them, they gonna have Fernando ready, but there's no pressure to be ready. If you're not ready, quite ready, man, we got this guy. He can go in there. But yeah, future, man. And when I say future, man, I'm saying this season, bro. Not
I know.
yeah, he's not gonna not play all year. He might just like not start. That's why I'm so looking forward to preseason, bro. Like no other. I don't even like preseason, but I gotta be paying attention this preseason.
Hey, Marv, I did that on purpose. I want to wall him up a little bit.
Yeah, I know you did. That's why I was just like, I was just staying out the way, brother. I was like, yeah, he
Yeah,
trying
but
to.
we got a lot of that. The Raiders aren't ready to draft them stuff. We heard all that.
Yeah. Hey, you ain't saying nothing new, Matt. That's all. You gotta, because we got a lot of haters on the other show who, people. I don't know. I ain't gonna get into all that, but some of their teams ain't even relevant, and they want to hate on ours.
I got you.
You know. So, all right, let's go to the NFC North. Keeping it simple. The Bears, start them off. They draft picks was Dylan. All these working motherfuckers. Like, what's going on? Was they that raw to where damn? But okay, I'm gonna keep it moving. Mr. Dillon from Oregon, Logan Jones, the center from Iowa. That was a nice little pick. Oh, here go another tight end, Sam Roush from Stanford. Oh, I didn't even know he got drafted. That's what's up. Xavier Thomas from LSU. Malik Muhammad from Texas, Steele. Keyshawn Elliott from Arizona State. Jordan Van D. Berg, Georgia Tech. Oh, man, the Bears getting Dillon at number 25 was probably one of the best values on day one.
Yeah.
Because I seen the kid play. He's decent. The range playmaking skills he has is incredible. Another solid, from Mr. Dennis Allen's defense over there. So pretty sure he has something to really work with, some great defensive plays he can do. Logan Jones on day two, the offensive lineman, another good solid weapon for Caleb. I like Malik Muhammad, Keyshawn Elliott, but I just don't see them playing right now. And this Jordan Vandenberg, I heard his name before. Because like I said, I used to live in Georgia. Solid D tackle, most athletic, underrated D tackle. Surprised he went that low. But the Bears got a good, steal with him. I'm gonna give the Bears a B.
I like what they addressed on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Because that's a definitely need for them in that NFC North, and in that playoff game that they lost. You losing at home against a team don't even play in the snow,
Yeah,
tell you something about the defense. So
disappointing.
That's
yeah.
a good point right there.
That's a real good point.
So I'm gonna give the draft grade a B plus.
Yeah, not mad at that.
Well, after Caleb Downs, this kid was the guy,
Safety. Yep.
and then my guy, McNeil Warren, was supposed to be next. But anyway, never gonna hate on a center from Iowa.
No.
Never hate on you picking a center from Iowa, bro. Shout out to Coach Ferentz. Tight end is the new it's the new Hellcat, right? You got all you see is Hellcats and shit out on the streets. That's all you see in the NFL draft right now, man. And tight ends everywhere. Everybody's got to get one. And Stanford kid, they got a good one. And then I have Xavier kind of highly rated. I don't know about you, Coop. I had him kind of high rated, bro, and was surprised that he was available right here. So this is another good pick, LSU receiver.
Yeah.
And then Malik was one of the better corners in the draft, in my opinion, bro. He was definitely
Texas. He was
top 10 corner.
That's what I said. That Dennis Allen got some weapons now.
Yeah.
Bro.
He got some weapons now.
So, I tried to hate on old boy because he didn't even come interview with the Raiders. Or he might have came and interviewed just because Brady asked him. But he definitely turned us down and kind of said he was wasting our time. They coached. And then what's his name? Poles, Ryan Poles, the GM.
Yeah.
Him and Ben Johnson are doing an excellent job up there, bro. I can't lie. Like Matt said, though, let me clarify one thing. Dylan is the one Oregon player that I think actually is going to be good. But like Matt said, letting the LA guys come out there and whoop you, that can't sit with. You know the Chicago fans didn't like that, bro.
No,
Right.
no, they didn't.
And he's right. That can't sit well with you letting the LA, bro. You know what I mean? The whole surfboards and palm trees and shit. They came out there and whooped on you. It was supposed to be cold. The cold was supposed to be your teammate, your extra teammate. Yeah.
Record temperature too. That temperature was crazy out there.
It was, man, and that's a great point to get beat by a team that doesn't even play like that. So it looks like they've redoubled their efforts, got another center, got probably the second best safety, another receiver for Caleb, and a tight end for Caleb.
Yeah.
I want to give him an A, bro. I want to give him an A minus on this because of Xavier, Malik. These dudes can play.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I'm gonna give him an A minus.
All right, let's go to the closed opportunity of the Detroit Lions. Got an offensive tackle.
You said the closed opportunity? You said it's over? The window's closed?
I think the window's closed. The building is sealed shut. It's over with.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I think it's over with, brother. I just don't see them. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let me. I got Blake Miller, offensive tackle from Clemson. Got Mr. Derek Moore from Michigan. Then another Michigan player, Jimmy Roder, linebacker. Chemistry there on the defensive side. Then you got Keith Abney II from Arizona State. Kendrick Law from Kentucky. Skylar Gill-Howard from Texas Tech. And Trey West from Tennessee. So they said Blake Miller is probably the sensible fit at the right tackle, with Penei Sewell sliding over to the left side. But, got to love that pick at 17. I think that was a good pick for him, helping Penei on the offensive lineman. I would say Detroit's draft class is, I'm going to give it a B minus. got what they need. They brought a few kids home, the Michigan kids. I think that's gonna be some great. I feel like if you draft a teammate of a teammate, that's gonna be some good chemistry right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always be like, oh man, yeah, cool bet. They gonna have some great chemistry. And then Derek Moore on the other side of Hutchinson is gonna probably be good. So can it help them get over the hump? Don't know. But they did address that defense though. Which I feel like the defense has just been horrible lately. So
Yeah, Blake, one of the top OLs, bro. He was. You can't put him at no less than fourth.
Mhm.
They're saying
Didn't we
they
say
had
this
it.
was
They
like
had him at eighth. I had him top 5 tackles.
I was about to say there was a whole bunch of offensive linemen in this draft that was like I think there was like at least good 15
Utah
linemen in this
guys,
draft. Yeah, there
Penn
was
State guy.
15 linemen in this draft that was really decent. That you could get first
That's a
round
good
and
pick.
second round. Mm-hmm.
Good pick at 17.
Yeah.
Derek Moore was the star of the Senior Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like from the moment they got there at practice, he, the little one-on-ones, he was a superstar from what I understand.
Yep.
Definitely, his stock was. He's one of them guys that for the combine and Senior Bowl, he was like down here. Then after all that shit was over, his name was like way up here. So I think sometimes you got to beware of the rabbit that come and get in front of the gun.
Yeah.
But for the most part, he looks like he's going to be as advertised. And then to bring Rolder in to play with him
Pause.
was a good move, not having a third round pick. You know what I'm saying? Abney Jr., ironically, I saw a little bit of him today when I was watching a tape of an Arizona State Arizona game.
Yeah.
And he's actually a pretty decent little player, man. He'll hit you. I know that. He'll hit you. Didn't look like he was exceptionally fast or none of that, but Abney will hit you. He's not afraid to. He's a willing tackler, as they say. Kendrick Law, the Alabama transfer, thought he was going to be better when he went there. I'm sure he did too. According to the NIL money, I'm sure they thought he was going to be better too. But might still find himself in the league. He might be one of them type of Bama players that's better in the league than he was in college. Alexa, shut up.
Damn.
Talking about just out the clear blue talking. I didn't ask the bitch nothing. Fuller, Moore.
I'm gonna make sure I clip that.
I'm gonna get him a. These guys give him a B.
All right.
Give him a B. I was gonna say B minus, but I'm gonna give him a regular solid B.
So I'm actually going to go a B plus because when you draft that tackle to block for arguably a top 3 running back in the league, they put all their stock into Jahmyr Gibbs this year, and I saw the highlights of that tackle. That boy bad, man, and the way that Jahmyr Gibbs run, he's going to get out there and block for him,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And with also then drafting the edge to complement Hutchinson, I think, they're trying to do what they can to stay in the race in the NFC North. I believe that division belongs to Chicago now, but I think Detroit is making some noise to
They
to stay
keeping it.
relevant.
They keep it at Michigan too.
Yeah,
All these Michigan players.
They bringing
right.
the kids home. Yeah, that's what I said. That's crazy.
Yeah, and you know what? So I think I'm gonna give him a strong B plus, man, because I like that tackle for that running back and that edge rusher to complement Hutchinson. Those two great moves.
Dope. All right, got the Packers. So
The
Packers go.
Did they have any
go.
picks?
Yeah, they. I know they didn't. I know they didn't have a first one.
Yeah, cornerback in the second round.
They drafted. Brandon Plizzy from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Defensive
Okay.
tackle Chris McKillen from Missouri. You got the edge Danny
Danny
Dennis
Dennis Sutton.
Sutton, Penn State. That's not a bad pick.
It's not.
Jager Burton from Kentucky, the center. You got another cornerback, Damani Jackson from Alabama. That's a goddamn steal too. And then you got a kicker, Mr. Trey Smack. So for them
They
not
said
to have a
they said he got foot.
yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
He got foot now. So
He like the Dallas dude, from what I understand.
so these guys didn't have a first round pick, due to of course the Michael Parsons trade. But this still ended up being a pretty solid draft haul for them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think they did a great job of addressing the obvious defensive needs of what they need. Of course, they needed some corners. They needed what's the name? Another little tackle, of course. That kicker.
SEC lineman, like y'all said. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You can't.
lineman. The kicker though, I mean, I think Trey Smack gonna be a nice little kicker for them.
Yeah.
6th round. I ain't mad at him.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either. Like I said, this is just I don't know. This might be a hot take, man. Danny Dennis Sutton could prove to be a steal in this 4th round. Not gonna lie to you. I think he's a great run defender whose athletic traits give him the upside as a pass rusher, man. I think that's gonna be a
Another
good steal
guy,
for him.
Coop, that I was talking about. So it was Romello Height,
Mhm.
him, and Kieran
Kieran.
was the 3 guys that were left when the Raiders went to pick an
Yeah.
edge rusher. So, could they have picked Dennis Sutton? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they had a little higher grade on Kieran.
True.
But yeah, I agree. He might be one of them.
Ones that
When we look back, be
we
like,
gotta-
damn, why we didn't get him? Yeah,
exactly. I'm gonna get him a B plus. I'm gonna get the Packers a B plus.
I'm gonna go B plus also because this is the way I look at it. You got all your money invested in that edge rusher named Michael Parsons.
Mhm.
You give him a DT in McClellan, then you draft not then, but you also draft a cornerback.
Cool.
Those 2 positions right there, helps out your edge rusher. So I believe, Green Bay, their defense was already solid last year.
Yeah.
And to add to that, I'm impressed. So I'm gonna give them a B plus.
You know what, man? I am too. I'm gonna go B plus as well. I like Cisse. He was one of the top corners.
Yep.
McClellan, like you said, a block eater, free up Micah,
Yep.
help stuff to run and depth. And then Dennis Sutton, bro. When they think they gonna just line up and run at Micah because he's smaller. They got a guy that they can slide right in there right now.
Right.
Pause and play set a hard edge. Pause.
Damn. Woo. Oh.
Set a hard edge, bro. So I like these picks. Not too high on the Jager Burton kid, but then they made up with the Damani Jackson steal
Pretty much.
in the 6th round. So, and then the kicker, who is, I understand, crossed the 50 and he's good.
Yeah.
What I heard. So, not having a 1st round pick
paid off for him.
ending up with the guys they ended up with, I'm gonna give Green Bay Packers an A, man, A minus. And it ain't just because I'm a LaFleur guy. These are guys that they got here.
Yes, it
Definitely.
is. Yes, it is. That's a damn good reason why, because he's a LaFleur guy. That's all good.
Always got to give my guy the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, definitely, man.
He got to win, though. His time is running out.
It is. Last of the breed, Minnesota Vikings, who, not gonna lie, I can't argue with this either. We got Caleb Banks from Florida, which is good. I think Jake Golday from Cincinnati is a sleeper. I got to see him being on special teams. Dominique Orange from Iowa State. I didn't really get a chance to look at no film on him. Then you got
The Big Citrus.
Yeah, what's his name? Caleb Diamond from Northwestern.
Tierney. Yep. Yep.
Jacoby Thomas from Miami. First time
I
we
like
seen a fullback get drafted from Michigan, Mr. Max. And then you got Charles Demings from Stephen F. Austin. I seen like a few highlights of him. He's not bad. Demon Calabone from Wake Forest, who's a decent running back. And then I'm surprised he went this low. Mr. Gavin from Cincinnati, the center. So the Vikings did put together one of a good, favorite draft hauls. Granted that, probably higher on Caleb Banks than what people thought. I think he's going to be one of these 10-year guys that me and Ragu always talked about.
Yep.
Solid defensive player who I could feel like he's going to definitely disrupt that defense. And then Dominic Orange, man, his run stopping from what I'm hearing and seeing. You got Powers. Should give Minnesota that excellent interior duo. Addressing the spot up front. I think this draft class is going to be good. So, I'm going to say this too as well. Don't sleep on Jacoby Thomas, y'all.
Yep.
That Miami product is a physical
That's what I'm
downhill
saying.
safety whose instincts is blitz upside, could really shine in the blind Flores defense, man. So I'm going to give these guys an A.
Yeah.
Give these guys an A, man. I like
Nah,
what they did.
I'm gonna echo your sentiment also in terms of the Miami kid, man.
Yeah.
It's to draft him to get him in that division. Caleb, Jordan, and of course
Golf.
Goff.
Yep.
In the system that they run, you need a legit safety. So I give him that, and plus the linebacker, the kid from Cincinnati, and also, you got to give protection for whatever quarterback. I guess Kyler Murray will get the start or not for quarterback. So you got an old lineman for him. So I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them a B for because I like what they did, and the draft, of course, is to focus on winning the division first.
Yeah.
And you got some answers for that as well.
Yeah, I'm sitting over here trying to hate on him, but can't find an opening to hate on any of these
All right.
picks.
All
And
right.
then I think about the North as we went through it. And shit, they all picked good.
Yeah.
They did.
They all picked very well, man. The only question you get the off-ball linebacker right there at
Yeah.
second pick in the second round pick. I think you could have got him a little later, but the way things set up for him, though, I guess they wanted their guy, bro. It was one of those, and then maybe that's a little bit too reachy. But then when you go Dominic Orange, nicknamed the Big Citrus from Iowa State, another Iowa State player, right? All Iowa State players do is come to the league and start.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All of them do. So
Proven,
he's going to
proven
start.
fact. Yeah, proven fact.
Caleb Tiernan was definitely on my radar at 67. So they got him at right around there. So good pick. You mentioned Jacoby Thomas off the championship runner-up team. You got this guy Max Bredesen listed as a fullback. I got him as a tight end here on my list. The Stephen F. Austin kid might end up being a special kid. You never know.
Yeah.
I like when they get a small school kids a chance.
And them the ones that usually dominate too.
Mm-hmm.
On the real.
They're hungry. They're hungry.
Claiborne, the speedster out of Wake Forest. I actually seen him play. Actually played with him on the game. He's not a bad player at all.
Yeah.
And Gavin Gerhardt, don't know much about him as a center, but I see they got two Cincinnati players. Again, remember how we talked about getting
The
players
chemistry
on the same team? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to hate. step further. I'm gonna give them an A,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go a step further and give the NFC North. Period. The whole division.
Yeah, they stepped up.
They did.
That's gonna be some good foot over there this year.
It is. But we might have something to say about that because we're going to the best north of them all. The AFC North, baby. Let's start with
See, guy.
the enemies. Well, they all enemies, but we'll go with the purple enemies first. I'm not gonna lie, Ragu. Like I said, the reason why I said what I said is because
They killed it too.
AFC North kill. Yeah, I'm not mad at none of these picks. So Baltimore.
Why they got so many picks, bro?
That's what I was saying too.
What the
I'm-
hell?
I
Compensatory.
don't.
They got compensatory picks also.
Yeah. I'm not gonna even try to like say his name.
That's supposed to be for
Oh,
next
you
year.
we're on the same page, bro. I already know what you're about to say.
But I'm gonna say what Ragu said
I own it.
earlier. I have never seen a Penn State offensive lineman that has not started in this NFL. So he's gonna come in and automatically start. So they got a good.
I
I've
agree.
seen some film on him.
Baker.
Also used him on the game. So they got Lamar some good help. Zion Young, another good steal for him, who's definitely gonna be
One of the
nice on
top
that
edge rushers.
Young. Jacoby Lane, USC kid. That's who I wanted on the Steelers.
Yeah, man.
And to answer you guys' question, somebody asked how many Indiana players went in the draft. Here's another one. So 8 players from
right.
Indiana went to the league this year. And this is
They got drafted?
that got drafted.
Wow. That is
First
wild.
time I think in their school history that 8 players went same year. So Elijah Stratt from Indiana, the receiver.
Definitely was on my radar as a pick. So
Matthew Hibner from SMU. Seen a lot of film on him. He was somebody that I thought he would come to our squad and we could probably turn him into a linebacker because he played both ways in high school. Chandler Rivers from Duke is a sleeper. Another tight end, Josh, says last name. Another
Cuevas.
Alabama kid. Adam Randall from Clemson is a steal if they choose to play him. A punter, Ryan Ickley from Michigan State. Rayshawn Benny, the tackle from Michigan.
Oh, man.
And Evan B. from Northwestern. So, I don't want to say Olivier, whatever. Always seemed like a perfect fit for the Ravens. Like I said, he's going to come in there and start for Lamar Jackson. I think they got some good O-line help for him, especially like in the division that we in with T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett, and now Mr. Dexter in Cincinnati. So they definitely did good with the offensive line and help for him. Zion Young is a prototypical player who's definitely going to help that defensive line. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm nervous about some of these players that's over here, man. My sleeper is Mr. Jacoby Lane, and people who do watch SC football should know Jacoby Lane is a dope receiver. I haven't seen no film on Elijah Surratt yet, but Chandler Rivers, he's undersized, but he's a competitive corner who I think can make it in this league. You know, so he has a good background of being that one quiet defender. So, all in all, another really strong draft for this organization. They crushed it. They killed it. We're still going to sweep them again. I don't give a shit. I'll just play it. I got to get the Ravens at 8. Because not only do I see some players on offense, I see a lot of players that they got on special teams that's going to help their special teams too, because they were not that great on special teams last year. So they're thinking like they're going all in, like, hey, we got to fix our special teams too. We got to score on special teams as well. So,
it's hard for me to say
I know.
anything good about it, right? But
I know.
the kid Vega,
Mhm.
Penn State. Oh man,
That's his name, Vega. Oh, okay.
I like
yeah. That's I Vegas is in his first name.
Yeah, Oliiva Vega, I think.
Yeah.
But go
So
ahead. Yeah, Vega. That's a good name. That's a good
yeah,
nickname.
That's a good one, yeah.
he probably the scariest old lineman in the league. I'm sorry, in the draft.
Yeah, he's as advertised. No question.
Yeah, and for them to get him,
Yes.
ah,
They're not playing.
that right there, and also drafting two receivers shows that Lamar's they're trying to make Lamar have a great year this year, one of his best years. And the offensive minded coach, of course, I think he's going to be. They did it good, man. So I'm gonna give them an A. It's hard to say that, but I got to give them an A, man.
Way to be professional, man.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Way to be professional, bro. So, yeah, I'm gonna piggyback on what you guys were saying. Vega might have been the best OL in the
Yeah,
draft.
Yeah.
Definitely the best guard. Uh, Zion. He's a bit more than your average edge rusher, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He will go upside your head. You understand? He plays with the I want to fuck you up kind of type of attitude, man. That's the only way I can explain it. He plays with a little bit of an edge. So that was a great pick. And then what I noticed about the two receivers, right? I wanted Surratt on the Raiders to play with Fernando because he knows the back shoulder to Surratt so well. However, what I want to mention with my main man, because you know this, my guy, man, Lamar. You know I stand. I've been in the Lamar Stan Club since 2018. He got two big targets for my guy, bro.
yeah.
No more of these little dudes running around and then a tight end that the only one he can throw it to because he the only one, big enough or whatever. They got him two nice, good sized receivers, bro. And then like you said, Cool, Rivers, bit undersized, but I think it's gonna make his bones as a nickel corner in this league. And then my sleeper pick is way down there in the seventh round, Rayshon Benny, D tackle. Another guy I had my eyes on. They end up going with the Cleveland kid, but watch out for that pick right there, Rayshon Benny, a big D tackle, started every game for the Wolverines. That's my sleeper pick for them. So you see, he's way down at 7 after a punter. They picked a punter before him. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got Rivers, and then you throw Rayshon Benny. That's sick, man. I can't give anything but an A to the Ravens, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I could see all these guys seeing the field. Like I said, they working on special teams as well. So they trying to go
Yeah.
all in on their team. They really are. So I can see that. The Cincinnati Bengals. So you got the edge guy from Texas A&M. I think right when I said whoever invested in a Texas A&M player this year did good for yourself. So you got Howell, Cassius Howell. Man. So trying to be professional. Takario Davis, I have not seen no film on him. Connor Lew from Auburn. I don't like Auburn players, but I gotta be professional. I seen there was only maybe a few minutes of film on him on YouTube. Kobe Young from Georgia. It's a nice little pick. Brian Parker too from Duke. I seen he's a good center. Jack Andrews from Texas. That's a nice pickup. Who actually lost over 40 pounds. He'll probably move him as receiver. And the defensive tackle, Landon Robinson from Navy. So, of course, the Bengals didn't have a first-round pick, after trading Dexter Lawrence a few weeks to before the draft. Another blockbuster move. So they're putting their chips into this edge rusher. It's Cassius Howell at number 40. Should go a long way of helping on that defensive line. Trey Hickerson is gone. Don't know what's up with Shamar Stewart, who they wasted the first round pick on last year. But
Right?
yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna give him a B minus. The grade takes a bit of a hit because I think they missed a real opportunity to fill one of their needs with a deep linebacker class. But perhaps they'll make another move in free agency. So that's the only thing you could really hope for with the Cincinnati Bengals. But I'm gonna still give them a B minus though. So
I'm gonna go with a C because whenever you make the investment and get a D tackle like Dexter Lawrence
yeah,
to come to your team, you got to get a Mike linebacker to
yeah,
complement him. I mean, as a fan of the Steelers, I'm glad that they didn't, but
right.
to go with the edge rusher, I think they played themselves a little bit because they had to go out there and just grab everybody. I think you said it earlier, D. Everybody drafting edge rushers. They just had to go out there and get one rather than
Yeah.
going out there and getting a decent
Or
Mike
it's like
linebacker.
musical chairs. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
You get
exactly.
left without.
So, I'm gonna give him a C on that, and and also that cornerback from Washington. I'm not too sure on him neither. So
Yeah.
but I'm gonna give him a C because they did go defense and history. Cincinnati, I always like to go offense, but they did draft defense, but they just went the wrong route. So I'm gonna give him a C.
They're gonna have to go defense in free agency too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was saying that the move to get Dexter Lawrence was a good one.
Right.
Speaking of free agency or in trades, but other than that, no, they're not doing anything exciting on that defensive end.
Their draft gives me the feel that the whoever was making these picks was in there on some what school is he from?
Yeah,
If he came from a good school, then they like, okay, pick it.
Pretty much.
Like you take a guy like Colby Young. No disrespect to the young fella though. You know, if I ran this by you, cool, Matt, we in the draft room, you'd be like, what schools he go to, D? Oh, he come from Georgia, receiver. Oh, yeah, what's he go? 6'4", 218. 6'4", 218 from Georgia? Yeah, get him.
get him. Yep,
Yeah.
But, did they need this guy?
No.
Then they got two centers.
crazy.
Which makes no goddamn sense. I ain't gonna lie.
One's out
Davis,
there going to a guard.
that's true, man. That's true.
Yeah.
Davis,
Yeah.
the corner, he wasn't one of the corners that I was checking for, and I looked at all the DBs. So, and then this guy, the 7th round pick. Oh, what school he go to? Texas. Oh, tight end from Texas? How big is he? Oh, he's 6'4", 245. Oh yeah, go ahead. Ah man, I just don't feel like they had any rhyme or reason for these picks.
Mm-mm.
I guess the tight end might be able to do something with Burrow, and man, the center from Auburn is the best pick to me in their draft.
Yeah.
And I give him a little bit of Cassius Howell. Where was he at on the edge rusher list?
Cassius
Top
Howard
six,
was
top 6 or
probably
7.
he was in the top 10 for sure.
I'll give him a C, man.
All right.
I'll give him a C.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said. Hey, like I said, everybody had a good draft, but the more they fuck up is the more I'm excited for the Steelers. So I'm just keeping it 1,000. Our real arch rivals, the Bozos,
Hmm.
the Cleveland Clowns. Excuse me, Browns, whatever. Here's our guy, Ragu.
I'm gonna get.
Spencer Fano, Utah. Uh,
Let me go. Let me go on these guys.
Go ahead, pause.
Let me go on this one.
Mm-hmm.
First year coach Todd Monken and whoever the hell else is over there helping him draft nailed this shit. They fuck around the entire draft.
Okay.
Let me go in. Fano,
Mm-hmm.
lineman in the draft. Prospect number 4. Prospect number 19, my bad. Top grade in the class as a lineman. Very strong, moves people up out of there. Great pick. Casey Coleman. This dude is I turned on the tape on him and he scored 4 different. He ran a jet sweep, he ran a punt to the crib,
Mm-hmm.
caught a bomb. I think he just got the rock like on a toss and got to the crib. So he's dynamic in that way. I thought the Niners was gonna get him, but they didn't. Denzel Boston was a guy that Raiders was looking at. I thought the Raiders might get him, but they did not. Good solid receiver from Washington, can play all the different positions. He's not just an X or a Z, or he plays all that.
Right.
And then my guy, McNeil Warren from Toledo, the safety. Excellent pick right there at 56, I believe it was. 58, I think.
58, yeah.
Then they come back in, third round, the best offensive lineman on Florida, in my opinion. He was the best Gator lineman, Austin Barber. Then they weren't finished. This dude, Tyler Brailsford from Bama, was a decent interior O lineman. And then my sleeper pick, the flyer on the big QB from Arkansas, man, Taylon Green. Man, I don't know if y'all know what's up with him.
Uh-huh, I do.
Big mobile guy, bro. Arm. Reminds me of Aaron McNair.
Steve.
So, A plus. For the draft. Some people might think that they didn't grab maybe a DB that they needed, but sometimes, like we said before on the show last week, sometimes you just got to pick,
That's available.
even though you might have a decent player at that position, but you just don't leave certain players there when they're there, especially when they should have been gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like they probably won the draft. A plus.
All right. Brace yourself.
Sorry, y'all.
Unbelievably enough, this is going to make the Browns sound like a first-class organization.
Right. It's
But
crazy, huh?
I think Andrew Berry crushed this draft, but let's also forget they did good on the draft last year. I admit I wasn't super high on the Spencer Fennell pick at number 9, but mostly because I tabbed Monroe Fielding going first.
So, you did.
As the ideal left tackle, got this. He's an athletic guard. I'll give him that. But Cleveland got a steal. Some people was hating on KC, and Tyrell was one of them. But like I told people, because he was like, and they was hating on him in the draft too. They was like, at the bottom they said most drop passes, but I was like, go look at that quarterback that what's his name? Texas A&M had. He was kind of terrible. Overthrowing, underthrowing. So some of those drops was known KC. But I feel like with him and Cooper, they got steals. Boston. They got the steal of the draft with them good receivers. But in my opinion, like I said, they did good draft. They did good last year. We don't know where Taylon Green is going to be. He's a good athletic passer. But if the Browns manage to pull off more draft like the ones they had these past couple years, and they execute, they could be a good headline team. You know what I'm saying? This team is not back though, people. They're still going to be the same. They may improve 3 wins, but I give them an A plus. They did draft pretty good. It's still not going to make them a contender or anything. Not going. Like I said, I'm not going to float anybody's boat. It's you don't know who you're going to put at quarterback, but I'm not going to spend too much time on these bozos. So My brother Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, we actually spoke on it in the pre,
Yeah.
and I was giving credit to Cleveland how they drafted, on the need, and pretty much drafting based on look like they for Shador when it's going to be Deshaun, but they
Right.
drafting to surround Shador. One thing I will say was looking at the orders. Yes, that tackle was a good pick, but I don't know what scheme they're running, and I'm
Yeah.
big on the kid from Miami.
Yeah.
If they could have got him to complement Myles Garrett on the other side,
Ruben Bain.
Ruben Bain, that would have been a little scary. But throughout the whole draft, I agree with you. D, give them an A+. They got some receivers to complement. For Shador, got a tackle, got some, got a safety. So I'll give them an A+.
So I'll give him A+ too.
Yeah.
But like I said,
It's
hopefully
crazy.
y'all
It's crazy to even say.
I know.
having him write that essay is worth it.
It's crazy.
But too bad, like I said, drafting what they need. Too bad they didn't draft Jesus. So,
Hmm.
like I said, with the whole putting Deshaun Watson back in the mix,
Yeah.
but my brother, you
Yeah.
want to start? You want to start with the greatest nation of them all?
Yes. And
We did the Raiders already.
Nah,
yeah,
hell no, not them bozos. No. The real nation, the best nation. Yeah, come on.
Oh my God!
So this is
You got the handkerchief. You got the terrible hankies to wave around.
Somebody's bad.
yeah, we got double their championships too. But that's a
I
different
know.
conversation. No, I'm gonna start off with the grade, and I'm gonna go a C.
See?
And I'm being generous, and here's why.
He just like Matt. Y'all just the same.
So here's the thing.
It's tough ass grades. Go ahead.
No, and Omar Khan, and I'm let me cook for a second because I got some something off my chest, man.
Talk to me.
Uh oh.
First and foremost,
Get a drink.
Mike Tomlin should still be our coach. Omar Khan should be gone. Because if you're going to hold Mike Tomlin to the fire, you need to hold him to the fire as well. He's the one making these picks, and this draft shows that. You let you let Lemon get from us, and you just you do a near jerk reaction and get this. No offense to the tackle, brother, a name I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
But you make a knee jerk reaction and draft him.
That is Max Ahina Chore.
Ahina Chore, Max Ahina Chore. You draft this kid, Arizona State, right?
Yeah.
So if Lemon was on a draft board, he gets snatched. Clearly, a receiver was needed, right?
Yeah.
Why not draft KC Concepcion?
He was already taken. Remember, he got drafted before Brown.
Before?
Yeah. KC was taken.
Who am I thinking of?
24.
What's
Maybe
wrong
Boston.
with Jeremy?
Boston or Cooper. Probably
Cooper. That's what I'm sorry. Cooper is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Cooper.
Omar Cooper Jr.
Yeah.
You could have had Omar Cooper Jr. You knee-jerk reaction and draft this tackle. Okay. Second round. Kind of made up for you get the receiver from Georgia. Did you just say a few minutes ago? You feel like they just, what's their size? Who did he play for? Play for Georgia?
Yeah.
All right, draft him.
Yeah.
Third pick.
You know a lot of that goes on.
Right. So third round pick, quarterback. I'm trying to like it. I'm trying. But here's the thing. You had other needs you could have gotten. We need a Mike linebacker. Patrick Queen is the reason why our defense is what it is. I like Patrick Queen. He's solid. We could have gotten another Mike linebacker,
Yes, we could have.
another safety. We tighten up that secondary. What do? You have 3 quarterbacks in the war room already, with one you just drafted last year who ain't see the field but down. But you go up and you draft the third pick. Your third pick is going to be a guy from Penn State.
Mm.
So then
So wait, hold on, man. Not to cut you off, but I feel like Will Howard and Drew Aller are the same guy.
No. Hell
um
no.
the same in stature, same arm strength. I think Will Howard got a little stronger arm on him.
He's taller than him too.
Yeah, but I think the new kid, he's a little more mobile than Howard. So that's where I guess they trying to go to that. But still,
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead, man.
no. But still. Then I mean these later picks, man, is just the best pick. If I had to say that we did this year was the second round pick, was the receiver,
Yeah.
but still,
Okay.
who you could have gotten is where I'm on, and so that's the reason why I said you said a harsh grade. I say that because of that knee jerk reaction,
Poor
and
Omar.
man, I mean,
Who does him the same way, man? Y'all so hard to pause on Omar, boy.
Who, me? No, I can't. I
Yeah.
can't. Still as a B. What do you mean?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, you ain't talked yet. You ain't
Yeah,
talked
I-
yet.
But on all ground, I gave us a B though.
What's the grade?
I said a C.
I said a C.
I said a C. And because of the first pick, because like Omar Khan, what are you doing? You could have had. You was going to get you on the phone with Lemon.
Right.
Fuck Philly for what they did. I get it.
Right.
But if you okay, go with the next best receiver. Instead, you go with a tackle to where, okay, is it going to be right tackle? Are we going to move Broderick Jones to the guard position? What we doing? So I think it was a knee-jerk reaction. So that's why I give him a C, man.
All right. 2 picks in. I thought the Steelers were well on their way to earning their annual A in my draft grades. Once again, this team has long shown a knack of ending up with some of my favorite prospects, and that trend held up with Max. He's a good lineman, but I was like, that's not what we needed the first round. We could have got him second or third, in my opinion.
Yep.
But like you said, we made up with I like the Bernard pick.
Yeah, I like that too.
He got strong hands, and he could block if necessary. So, given the time to develop in his rare athletic skills, Max is going to be. I think he's going to be a potential star at the tackle. Bernard, he has a do-it-all skill set. Slot. He's going to be perfect side, a DK if we don't sign like Stephon and them.
Yeah.
And then, between Michael Pittman Jr. and them, I think he's going to fit well into like our receiving room. But then came this Drew Allard pick.
Yeah.
I can always understand taking a swing on the quarterback, particularly like when we're taking like we have a 42-year-old holding us hostage, So we always waiting for Aaron Rodgers to make a decision last year and this year. I don't know why. Like I said before, lose the number. We got a stud at Will Howard, and we have a QB developer in Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
So there was no reason for us to wait on Rodgers. We could have literally passed on the QB this draft. I'm not going to lie to you, brother. So with that being said, there's no sense in a QB needy team like us. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the third round. We wasted a third round pick. I'm very pissed off at that third round pick. So who needs a development? Dalen Everett and Jennings Duncan. They're both decent value players at their positions. And I think Caden is going to be – he could be a star in our like a return man. So there's still a lot to like here, but the exhausting quarterback situation continues to loom over this organization. So what I'm saying is we need to focus on the future instead of trying to chase some wins. I understand, like, we're gonna do what we do. I get that. Because we're gonna play tough regardless.
Mhm.
But the drafting, I feel like, has been silly.
Yeah.
Especially this one. But I'm still gonna give him a B. I'm still gonna give him a B. Because it's still a nations, baby. Because we in must win now mode.
Yeah.
We have the players to do it.
Yeah.
We got the pieces. We gotta just make it count. I feel like we can have a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense this year. There is no way that we should not have it.
Our offense with Rodgers is gonna be solid. I believe that. It's just our defense I'm worried about. That's the reason why I go back to the Mike linebacker position
Yeah.
and the safety. Putting Jalen in free safety was another knee jerk reaction. Now
Yeah.
he's okay, but he's a slot cornerback.
True.
So we need somebody in that back to where
And we got the safety from Chicago, so
yeah. So
I don't know. I'm not worried about the Steelers. We still gonna get 10-something wins, so I ain't worried about it.
I agree, but we talking about the draft and
Yeah, true.
Omar Khan being Omar Khan.
Of course.
That's what I'm on.
I think when you guys, it was your turn to pick, and Heenachor was there.
Mm-hmm.
He's the type of prospect you just can't pass up, bro. I'm telling you. He 6'6",
Big boy.
only started playing foot. He's like not from here.
Yeah, he was like 15. Yeah.
He's like not from here or something. And when the combine and Senior Bowl and stuff started, he was people were like, okay, we'll be able to get him around 60 or so.
Right.
Man, by the time that was over, it got to, he's going to be right at the end of the first round. To where now it was, after Freeling, after what was the other guy that we just had, the Utah guy, Fano.
It
was him, bro. He was the guy. You can't leave him there. So you can never be mad at picking 10-year guys. And I think this is a 10-year guy right here. Jeremy Bernard, another good receiver pick. That was there. The guy that was there. Now, I'm with you guys on this. I don't understand the Drew Aller pick. What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we going young or I don't know. That one kind of threw me. Maybe they felt like somebody else was about to pick Drew Aller.
And real quick,
uh-huh.
my bad. Only thing I can think of with him is Mike McCarthy picked him, and Mike McCarthy did not pick Will Howard. That's the only thing I can say on that one.
Okay.
Sometimes coaches want their guy. So
true. I feel like Dalen is a good zone guy. Keep it in front of him, he come up and hit you type guy. Not really a cover, one of them lockdown cover guys. So it might have been a little bit of what school did he go to on that one.
yep.
But this pick right here, Jennings Dunker. I wanted him on the Raiders. He got the mullet, the big red fire engine mullet coming out the helmet. Say he drinks like a half dozen cups of coffee a day. Real wired dude, bro. He had Raider went right all over him. So I like that pick for you guys. Jennings Dunker. The little gadget wide receiver from Iowa, I guess. And then they got my guy's tight end from Indiana, Kowalski.
Yeah.
So, or Noah Kowski, I should say. So, overall, man, I graded you guys out as an A-. You got good players. Even not understanding the Drew Aller pick, Drew Aller's still a pretty good player, though. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to go A-.
So with the Drew Aller pick, is it a case of best available or?
I think it's what you said.
Coach. Okay.
Mike McCarthy's like, man, this is my guy here, right
Okay.
here. And
Okay.
Omar's like, all right, man, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, because he didn't draft Will. So,
Okay.
and if we see Will on the move,
You know that's the case.
Nah,
Uh-huh.
they better not get rid of Will.
I mean, we got back-to-back Big Ten guys. You know, so big quarterbacks and strong
that's
arm.
why
But
that's why I was like, they kind of like the same guy, bro. So what you said is really the only thing that makes sense.
that's the only thing I can think of.
McCarty's like, you know what? Hey, that was what Mike wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Here's my guy right here. I want Drew Allen.
because he is an offensive-minded coach. So I mean, maybe that was his approach on it. I don't know, but that's the only sense I can make of it is
Because he like, beyond Aaron, he say he don't have success. He can come back and be like, well, I told you guys to draft my guy.
right. But
You
also,
can draft my guy.
but also check this out. We could have got one of those young kids from the D tackle to shore up our defensive line and got Haller in the
Mhm.
4th round.
Yes.
So that's what
You not
that's what I'm
liking
on.
Gabriel Rubio out of Notre Dame?
So with me, is sometimes it's where you pick them and who you pick. Like Haller could have been there in the 4th or 5th round.
And
Because I
that's
mean,
what
like,
I said, though, Matt. Maybe they had some info. This might be one of them ones where they had some intel on Aller not being there where where that other Iowa kid is
okay,
in the 4th round. You know what I mean? Because they wanted Everett and they wanted Duncan. I'm sure they wanted those two guys.
what I wanted Khan to
But
do.
they might could have got him after that, though. So
Right.
I feel you.
And
3rd round, but not the last pick of the 3rd round, not the 12th pick of the 3rd round. So I feel you.
And also, like the aggressive nature. Also, Khan is not aggressive. I would like to move up to get Vega because I think that would have been, if we go pick an O lineman, that would have been the O lineman and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have liked him to be aggressive in that nature, and that's what Of course, part fandom and part being professional here. I'm not knocking the kid. We can do the tackle pick, but what I'm saying is, if you're going to pick Lemon, you was on the phone to pick Lemon,
Right.
and you go to it, you result is him. That's where I'm like, you could have got him in the 2nd round. I think he still would have been in the 2nd round. So that's what I'm on. Like, I'm not mad at the picks. It's just where you picked them at.
Yeah.
I just can't wait for the prediction episode. This is
Yeah, that's next.
that's next one, but he's still going.
Schedule will be coming out in a minute.
Yeah, schedule will definitely be up in a minute. I just can't wait. I gotta get my man Matt on for that. Jay Will wants to join again. I'll probably have a full house like we did last year. And my man Adrian hit me up too, said when is the
Nice.
he said when is the what's the name? So oh man, I can't wait for you to meet him, man. He's our Australian buddy. He's pretty fun. And
Okay.
Oh yeah,
he's a Dolphins fan. So finally I found a Dolphins fan.
on my audio podcast, I believe that this is him.
Yeah.
Let me
If
see.
it say
Let's
like
see who it is.
Australia or something, that's him. That's
I'll
him.
tell you.
That's
Yeah.
him.
Australia and specifically,
Shout out to Adrian, man. Him and his family always support, so I appreciate them.
What's up?
Sir. So
I believe his city is Sydney, right? I mean Sydney, New South Wales.
Sydney?
I think
Sydney,
so.
Australia?
I think so,
Yeah.
man.
And then he might be in maybe he works in a town called Adelaide. It's in South Australia.
I gotta ask him.
And then there's this little spot called Sussex Inlet in New South Wales. So all of them spots are in Australia.
Okay.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Australia.
Shout out to my boy Adrian, man. Dolphins did good, my guy.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
The Dolphins drafted well.
We're gonna have fun, man. So I appreciate y'all for coming through 2 episodes today. This is what
Yes,
I
sir.
do. 2 in 1
Oh,
day.
yeah, we got
I
in
like
major
that.
work. Yeah,
I like
major
this.
work put in today. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
y'all.
Appreciate it for having me, man.
No doubt.
Loving this, man.
So I don't know what's on the agenda for tomorrow, but like, comment, subscribe. Both channels, the Rated Ragu Network and the Honorable Family. And thank my man Matt for pulling through again with the hip hop knowledge and the Steeler knowledge.
For sure, yeah.
And,
Good looking,
and
bro.
my man Rated Ragu spread his wings with the hip hop shit. So
My God.
now, finally, yes.
Pop culture.
Yes, sir. All right. So I'll holler
Sure,
at
man.
y'all.
All right,
looking, y'all.
fellas.
Yes,
Good looking.
sir. No
Have a good
doubt.
one.
No doubt. You too.
Let's win, baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.